Hi guys, good morning. I think you already know what day is today. Yes, today is Friday. Friday, May 22nd from 2020. I'm really happy to see you again and I am more happy that tomorrow is weekend and we don't have any activity. So we are going to start our day checking our answers from the last warm up. We did it on Wednesday. So let's check if you have the correct answers. Okay, we did some subtractions and let's see if you did it right. The first subtraction from Wednesday was 515 minus 145 and the answer is 317. Now the next subtraction is 300 minus 234. The answer is 66. The third subtraction, 923 minus 873. It's an easy one. The answer is 50. Number 4, 810 minus 417. The answer is 393. And the last, it was very easy. It was 600 minus 595. And of course, the answer is 1. So these are the answers from Wednesday. Now, let's go to our warm-up from today. Remember that you have to open your book on mental warm-up. It's book number 4. And let's answer the operations from today. Let's see if it's a subtraction, multiplication, or what. Give me a second. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready for the warm-up? Okay, let's start. Let's see the first operation. Today, we are going to do multiplications. Remember that you must use your mind and try to answer what you think is the correct one. Okay, don't write it, just do it on your mind. And the first one says 780 multiplied by 5. Second one, 639 multiplied by 9. The third one, 521 multiplied by 8. Number 4, 3 times 510. Next one, 802 multiplied by 2. That's an easy one. And the last one, 890 multiplied by 6. There you go. I hope you have a correct answers. We will check on Monday, okay? So let's see what we're gonna do today. Today, we are going to work on our new book, book number 5. And we are going to work on STEAM section and global citizenship. So I hope you have fun on the activities from today. So let's go to STEAM section. We are going to have this topic, exploring variations. So let's go to our book. First, okay, we are going to skip this page 130 because you need some materials and maybe you don't have those at home. Okay, so we're going to skip this page and we're going to start to work on page 131 from my book number 5. And says, vocabulary. Listen to the words and definition. Then listen and repeat with your best pronunciation. So I will play both tracks and you must listen and repeat, okay? Pay attention, guys.
Vocabulary. Listen to the words and repeat with your best pronunciation. Variation. Variation. Fossil. Fossil. Adapt. Adapt. Fossil record. Fossil record. Paleontologists. Paleontologists. Species. Species. Camouflage. Camouflage. Timeline. Timeline. Extinct. Extinct. Dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
There you go. Now, I'm going to play the track with the definitions.
Vocabulary. Listen to the words and definitions. Then, listen and repeat with your best pronunciation. Variation. Something that is different in a living thing compared to others. Fossil. What is left behind from dead plants and animals. Adapt. To change to fit into an environment. Fossil record. Fossils people have found and what they tell us about life on Earth in the past. Paleontologists. Scientists who study fossils and early life on Earth. Species. A group of living things that are similar and can make offspring with each other. Camouflage. Coloring that allows a living thing to blend into its surroundings. Timeline. A picture or graph that shows how time has passed. Extinct. Not existing or alive anymore. Dinosaurs. A large group of reptiles that are extinct.
Okay, there you go. Those are the vocabulary words that we will be listening all the lesson. So let's go to the next page. Next page is 132 and says, exploring variation. What is a variation? As we already read, it's something that is different in a living thing compared to others. What does this mean? This means that living things has different characteristics that help them to develop in different kind of environments. To get more clear on this topic, I will play you a video, okay? So pay attention.
Look at these cute baby animals. You will have immediately observed how cute and fluffy they are. But you will also have noticed that they are different. They vary. Yes, some are puppies and some are kittens. There is a great deal of variation between species, but also there is variation within a species. One puppy is fluffier than the other. They have different colored fur, and the kittens have different colored eyes. Variation is the differences in the characteristics of individuals in a population. It can be due to genetics, the environment, or a combination of both. Let's start with genetics. Different members of a population have different DNA, unless they are identical twins. This means they have different versions of genes called alleles, and these alleles give rise to different characteristics. For example, on the eye color gene, this kitten has an allele for blue eye color, whereas this kitten has an allele for brown eye color. If the species reproduce by sexual reproduction, the random mixing of alleles from both parents result in extensive genetic variation within a population of a species. This means that some individuals are better adapted to their environment than others, allowing natural selection to take place. For example, in a population of rats, some will either have better eyesight than others. These will be able to avoid being eaten by predators, so are more likely to survive to reproduce and pass on this advantage to their offspring. If you want to learn more about natural selection, watch this video. Some examples of variation in humans that are controlled by genes include eye color and blood group. If you have a blood group A, it's because you have the alleles for this characteristic. This is genetic variation, and it is something that you are born with, and nothing can change it. Some variation is due to the environment or lifestyle of the organisms. Examples in
Give me a
humans
second.
are hair.
Remember that I live near from the airport, so sometimes I have no control on that. Okay, now you can listen.
Examples in humans are hair length. It depends on how short you decide to cut it. Your accent, as this is linked to where you live, and if you have any piercings, tattoos, or scars. These are characteristics that you acquire throughout your life. Many characteristics are due to a combination of both genetics and the environment. For example, the height a person can grow to is determined by genetics. Tall parents tend to produce tall children. However, a person will not grow to their potential height unless they eat a healthy, balanced diet. Also, there is some debate on how much intelligence is due to genetics or the quality of education a person receives. Is intelligence more due to nature or nurture? To answer these questions, scientists can do experiments using identical twins. If the characteristic in both twins is the same, then it is most likely due to genetics. If it is different, then the environment has played an important role. For example, identical twins will have the same eye color, as this is only due to genetics, but they will have different personalities, talents, likes and dislikes, and this shows that these are also influenced by the environment. So, in this video, we learn about variation and how it can be controlled by genetics, the environment, or sometimes both.
If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.
Very good. Now that is more clear the variation characteristics between animals, I want to make a little game with you. First, let's go to our book. On page 132, you will see that we have a game zone. Your teacher will think of an animal. You have to ask questions about the animal's characteristics to discover what is it. Here are some questions you can ask. You will not be able to ask me these questions, but I will give you some clues so you can guess my animal. Just give me a second to show you my clues. Give me a sec. Give me a second. There you go. Okay. The first clue that I will give you is that the animal I pick has claws. Think on animals with claws. The next clue is that my animal has fangs. Think on one animal that have these two characteristics. The next characteristic I will give you is that my animal has a soft and brown fur. Maybe now you can have an idea of the animal that I'm thinking. The next characteristic is that lives in the savannah. And can you guess? Yes, I was thinking in lions. Very good. Now let's go to the next page from STEAM. That would be 133 and says, what would happen if work with your team to continue to explore variation by wondering about imaginary situations. Discuss what you think would happen in each scenario. Draw or write your team's answer next to each picture. Now, you must think what would happen if some of these animals go through a situation like this. For example, the first animal is a frog. What happened if this frog were actually bright blue? Well, maybe the frog will catch the attention from predators and will be eaten. So what would happen is this cheetah was as slow as a turtle. You must think on the answers of these what happened questions, okay? And you will answer this page. Now, let's go to page 134. It's about fossils. We have a text to read. I will play you the track with the text and you will follow the reading, okay? You must follow the reading at home.
The fossil record. Read and listen to the following text. How do scientists know what the world was like before people? They look at fossils. Fossils are what are left of extinct animals or plants. Paleontologists look at the fossil record. It shows what plants and animals lived millions of years ago. It also tells us where they have lived. It is like a timeline in the dirt. Take a look at the picture. Scientists found these fossils. They knew that dinosaurs and other living things lived around the same time because the fossils are in the same layer of rock. The plants and animals lived in the same place because the fossils were found together. The layers of fossils and dirt look like the layers of a cake. The older fossils are at the bottom. The younger fossils are at the top. The older animals and plants died. Dirt and rocks covered them. Plants and animals that lived after them died. Dirt and rocks covered them. The fossil record tells scientists about how the Earth has changed. Scientists find fossils of dinosaurs that lived in the water in the middle of dry land. The scientists then know that the dry land was once covered with water.
Okay, now that you have this information, maybe you will be able to answer this question. What can we learn about extinct plants and animals from the fossil record? Now, let's keep with the variation topic. Says, read and listen the following text. Again, I will play you the track and you must listen and read, okay? On these both pages, you must listen and read. If you want to read at home loudly, it will be so good so you can practice your pronunciation.
Variation. Read and listen to the following text. Life on Earth is much different today than in the time of the dinosaurs. So why are there so many different kinds of animals today? The answer is variation. A variation is something an animal is born with that makes it look or act differently than other animals. Even animals of the same species have variations. Just think about all your friends. They may not have wings like a bird, we hope, but none of them look exactly the same. They have different eye colors, hair colors, and shapes. Variations can help living things survive. They help living things adapt to fit into their environments. They can protect living things from predators. A tree frog lives in the rainforest. It is green like the leaves around it. The tree frog uses camouflage. Its color helps it blend in with the leaves. Predators won't see the tree frog. Another tree frog is bright orange. Predators will eat it. A species or type of rose plant grows bigger thorns than other roses. The thorns protect the rose from animals who want to eat it. Animals leave the rose with big thorns alone. They help living things get food. An animal that can run faster, like a cheetah, can catch its prey quickly. The fastest cheetah catches prey faster than others who are slower. The slower animals are left with less food. Giraffes with longer necks can reach higher. The leaves on the lower branches of a tree are eaten first. Giraffes with longer necks can grab leaves higher in the tree. They have food when others do not because they can reach it.
There you go. Now with this information and the info from the video, you get a lot of knowledge so you can answer and use your imagination to answer this page. Okay. Page 135. Now let's go to page 136. Now you will apply all that you learned on these last pages. It says, read the following statements, circle the correct answers. The fossil record shows what plants and animals lived, how many time ago, hundreds, thousands, or millions? If you don't know, maybe you want to read the first text from fossils again. Now you will read the statements and choose the correct answer. And in this last box, you must draw a picture that explains the fossil record in the box. Circle the oldest fossil in the picture. Here in the picture, you have two fossils. This one that it's a plant and this one that it's an animal. You must draw a picture that explains how can this fossil gets to be, okay? Now, we need to go to global citizenship section and we're going to work on page 102 to 104. And the topic is going to be who is in charge. Now, let's go to global citizenship in our book. Okay, from page 102 to page 104. So, the topic is who is in charge? And to know that, I will explain you what is a charge position. A charge position is the people who is on the position to take decisions, to improve something, and it's the leader of a group. So, I will give you some examples of who's in charge where. For example, a doctor is in charge of a hospital, a principal from a school, a symphony conductor from an orchestra, a coach from a team. And guess what? Who is in charge of your classroom? Yes, your teacher is in charge of your classroom. Now, let's go to our book. Let's go to our book on page 102. Now, read the following text. You go to different places. Many of these places have a person or group of people that are in charge. People who live in charge tell others what to do. They keep people safe. They make sure people follow the rules. Look at the picture with your team and talk about the following questions. Who's in charge of each place? What does the person or people in charge of each place do? How would each place be different if there was no one in charge? Now, for example, at school, the first answering will be, who's in charge of the school? The principal. What does the person in charge of the school do? Well, the person in charge of the school makes sure of the students and teachers and parents follow the rules. And how would each place be different if there was no one in charge? Well, imagine your school if there was no principal. Now, let's go to page 103. We are going to learn the vocabulary from the lesson. So let's listen the first track and repeat the words. You already know the dynamic.
Vocabulary. Listen to the words and repeat with your best pronunciation. Government. Government. Leader. Leader. Dictatorship. Dictatorship. Monarchy. Monarchy. Anarchy. Anarchy. Royalty. Royalty. Power. Power. Absolute. Absolute.
Okay, now let's listen the definitions from each word.
Vocabulary. Listen to the words and definitions. Then, listen and repeat with your best pronunciation. Government. A group of people who make rules and decisions for a country or state. Leader. A person who is in charge of a group of people. Dictatorship. A form of government in which one person, known as a dictator, has all the power. Monarchy. A form of government in which the leader receives the position from a family member and rules for life. Anarchy. When a country has no government and there are no rules. Royalty. Members of the ruling family in a monarchy, such as king or queen. Power. Having control and being able to tell others what to do. Absolute. Complete. Total.
Okay. There are the definitions from our vocabulary words from this lesson. And now let's go to the last page that you're gonna work today. It's page 104 and says you're in charge. That's the topic. Imagine you're the leader of your country. Think about the following. What rules or laws would you make? Why would you make each rule or law? Write down 3 rules or laws you would make if you were the leader of your country. Be prepared to share your list and your reasons for each rule or law. So you need to write 3 rules in complete sentence, please. And to help you answer this question, I will want you to see this video. We see this video and we go. Pay attention, maybe this video can help you to answer the last page, okay?
There are lots of ideas how you can change the world. Some people think you should just complain about it. That won't change the world, it'll just make it mad. Some people think you have lots of money. Make it rain everywhere you go. Holler for $1. Some people think you have to be really loud and yell a lot. It's like with a bullhorn shouting, "Hey you, yeah you, do it my way right now, you heard?" Other people choose to just make fun of everything. That's dumb, everyone's dumb. It's easy to make fun of stuff, but it's cooler to make stuff. Some people think changing the world can only be done by the smartest person in the world. Just put them in a room, let them figure it out. The solution of world hunger? Food. Wow, that was like so amazing. Some people see the bad in the world and they just decide to ignore it, but that won't help anything. Some people think you have to be really famous, super cool. In fact, lots of people think you have to be really powerful to make a difference, like being mayor or senator or president. But the truth is, a title doesn't make you more important. The world is changed by you. It's one person filled with love. And they just have to live it out, so they do something awesome. Then that person is filled with love, and they do something awesome. It just goes on and on and on. And the next thing you know, everything's awesome. Some people think it's impossible to change the world.
It's impossible to change the world.
Well, you can see why they could think that. Living in a world with kids who are hungry, people who are homeless, families who aren't happy. I'm just trying to figure it out like everybody else, man. I do know this, though. Next time you feel overwhelmed or totally alone, remember this. Things don't have to be the way they are. The world is changed by ordinary people. Little people living out big love. And that's what gives the world a reason to dance. So, how do we change the world? At the start of this year, I asked all you guys to make the year more awesome. Time to be awesome now! Make this year awesome for somebody else. Whether it's helping the homeless this October, throwing a parade for somebody, or giving an inspired gift. You can see my holiday gift guide / here. You help prove that the internet can be an awesome place. Thank you,
Okay.
but we're not done yet.
There you go. Okay. I think with this funny video, you may have more creative answers for your last activity. That's all from today. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay at home, stay healthy, and see you on Monday, guys. Bye.